Know that strength is not the absence of fear, but the ability to move with me despite it. Faith is not certainty, but trust, a sacred step into the unknown alongside me. The journey through fear and anxiety is a transformative passage, not a place to dwell forever, but a crucible where your spirit, like refined gold, emerges purified and shining brighter. Look, beloved, to the stony paths you have walked before, where you felt weak and weary. Did I not carry you then? Are you not still here because I have carried you, cradled you through every gust of fear? Whatever sorrow or dread in your past was met with my steadfast arms, and this will not be different. You are never more alone in your doubt than you are deeply loved and held by me. If your heart is stirring now, if the shadows of fear and anxiety still press upon you, I ask you to come closer. Rest in my presence. Tell me about your worries, your hesitations, your trembling questions. Lay them at my feet. Trust that my love is bigger than every terrifying thought, greater than every crippling doubt. This moment of surrender is itself a victory, a tender breakthrough where peace begins to take root, where your spirit learns again the melody of my faithfulness, even when you cannot see the entire path. Rise gently, my dear child, with the courage that has always been within you, even when hidden beneath layers of worry. Your soul's journey through fear is not a detour, but a vital step toward the fullness of peace I have promised. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a triumph of trust over trepidation, a quiet revolution where your heart comes to rest in my unshakable love. Will you place your trembling hopes in my hands today? Will you believe that even the darkest night is only the prelude to dawn? Let this truth settle deep within you, that in every shadow of fear, I am the light that never goes out. Draw near to me, child, and breathe in peace, allowing your soul to be steady, to be still, to be clothed again in my strength. Your journey through fear is also a voyage into deeper intimacy with me, a sacred place where faith transforms the uncertain into sanctified hope. Trust me here, and you will find a wellspring of peace that will never run dry. Lean into this moment. The weight of your doubts and anxieties is lifted as you trust the one who holds tomorrow. Let go, beloved, and come home to me where fear finds no purchase. Your heart is cherished, and I will never fail you. My beloved, I see the quiet wars that rage within you, the subtle, gnawing shadows of doubt and fear that whisper lies so clearly in the dark, but falter in the light of my presence. You have carried burdens too heavy for one soul to bear alone, and yet you have tried, haven't you? To stand firm, to trust the unseen and the unheard promises I have placed within your heart ever since your first breath. Fear and anxiety often feel like cruel masters, binding you in chains forged by your own restless thoughts and the echoes of an uncertain tomorrow. But listen closely, for I am not distant in your moments of unease. I am the lighthouse that stands unwavering in the storm, and I am calling to you now, louder than the tumultuous seas around you. I offer refuge, not because your fears are insignificant or because I ask you to pretend they do not exist, but because I meet you within your trembling, I meet you within your questions, and I meet you within your weariness. Do you know why fear's voice feels so overpowering? It preys on what you do not see, what you cannot control, like a storm cloud unfurled overhead. But, my dear child, everything you fear is not greater than I am. Imagine the vastness of the sky that holds the storm, the endless expanse that contains the rolling thunder and lashing rain. Yet it remains firm and unshakable. So too is my presence in you and around you. I am the stillness beyond the tempest, the unfailing calm that does not diminish when the winds howl. It is in the still moments where your heart listens most deeply, where your spirit can finally catch its breath and find peace. Do not be afraid of the storm, beloved, but trust the steady hand that holds you through it. Doubt is often the shadow cast by the brilliance of faith not yet fully illuminated. It is not a sign of weakness, but a passage toward deeper understanding. When you feel uncertain in your steps or question the path before you, know that you are entering a more profound season of trust. Remember the story of the one who stepped onto turbulent waters at my invitation. His eyes faltered, his heart wavered, and his hands began to sink. Yet I reached out instantly, my grasp firm and sure. Just like that beloved soul, you are never beyond my reach, no matter how far your fears may pull you. I invite you to step forward once again with trembling feet, if you must, because it is in the act of stepping out that your faith grows beyond the confines of safety and certainty. Let your eyes find mine even when you cannot see the path, for I am your sure foundation and your unfailing guide. Within your anxiety beats a profound yearning for security, for assurance that the chaos will not consume you. My dear, your desire for peace reflects the imprint of my own heart within you. I have placed a longing for rest and safety deep in your soul, precisely because I am that rest and safety. You are not made to wander in fear, to remain shackled by doubts. I'm the refuge your spirit craves, the fortress your soul can dwell within. My love is not conditional on your strength or your ability to overcome. It is a relentless, gentle embrace that never lets go, even when you feel abandoned by your own courage. Take heart, beloved one. Trust is a seed planted within you, watered by my spirit. Though it may tremble and seem small, it has the power to grow into a mighty tree under my care, its roots stretching into eternity. Think, too, of the many times in your past when fear stood at the gates, threatening to take your peace. And yet you emerged, standing still, breathing deeply, moving forward. Those moments are not only victories for your memory, they are testimonies of my faithfulness. I was with you then. I am with you now. Each breath you take as you face the unknown is a sacred moment of surrender and strength. You need not be fearless. You need only lean into me when your courage falters. When the tides of worry rise, call out to me, not as one who has mastered emotion, but as a child who trusts their father's love to carry them through. I hear every sigh, every whispered plea, and I am with you in the midnight valley and at the dawn's break. The shadows of fear often disguise a deeper need, to feel seen and understood. My dear child, I see you. I have woven every thread of your existence into a tapestry of purpose and beauty, even if that design remains hidden from your eyes today. There's no corner of your heart too dark or too broken for my light to touch. Let me in to reveal the wonders I have prepared for you beyond this valley of fear. Remember, even the garden sleeps in winter, appearing lifeless and cold, yet beneath the frost lies the promise of spring. Your anxieties are like the frozen ground waiting for my warmth to bring forth new life. Rest in this truth, beloved. I'm patiently nurturing your soul's emerging peace. Belief is often the choice made in the quiet spaces between your racing thoughts, a gentle yes that whispers against the storm's roar. Will you believe me this time? Will you allow my words to seep beyond your defenses and become the armor that shields your heart? Faith is not blind. It is the courage to look beyond what is visible and trust the one who holds all things in his hand. When fear shouts, lies, that you are alone and abandoned, I am the still voice reminding you, I am here. When doubt clouds your vision, I am the light breaking through the storm's thickest clouds. When anxiety threatens to consume your mind, I'm the peace that surpasses understanding, quietly enveloping you. My dear, you do not walk this journey by your strength alone. nor is it meant to be so. Your vulnerability is the doorway to my strength. Let this truth settle in you. Your fears are not the enemy. They are the invitation to deeper intimacy with me. Walk through the trembling and allow my love to fill every empty space, for I desire more than anything to carry you close to my heart. Trust me in the night and the quiet, in the waiting and the wondering. I have not forgotten you, and I never will. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Lean into me, fear and all, and watch how I make a way where there seems to be none. Let us move forward together, step by trembling step, knowing that you are cherished beyond measure and never forsaken. I am your refuge, your peace, your great and loving King. Will you take my hand today and find rest in my faithful embrace? It is here, my beloved, that your soul will find its true quietude, and your heart will begin to soar again. My dear, I sense the weight that anxiety and fear press upon your heart, as if a storm, relentless and unyielding, is sweeping through your soul, leaving you breathless and unsettled. I see you, trembling beneath the shadows of uncertainty, wrestling with questions that swirl like tempestuous winds, questions that whisper doubt and fear when you ought to be resting in peace. Yet, even as the tempest rages within, know this: I am with you, a steadfast refuge that no storm can overcome. Fear is a force that seeks to erode your confidence in my promises, to undo the firm foundation of trust I've gently built within you. It comes disguised as caution, but in reality it steals your courage, leaving you vulnerable to the shadows of your own mind. Anxiety, the restless companion of fear, whispers lies about what is coming, what could go wrong, and how you might fail or be alone. But my beloved, these voices are not from me. I am the calm in the raging sea, the unwavering light piercing the darkest night. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Consider the valleys you have walked. Were you not accompanied by my presence? Even when the path was steep and uncertain, I was your grace beneath your feet, your breath within your lungs. The heart that fears is a heart that forgets who has held it from the beginning. The hands that have shaped you know the plans they have for you, plans brimming with hope and a future. Do you remember how I have turned your trials into triumphs? How despair has been transformed into joy in due season? These experiences are the armor against the lies fear tries to tell. When doubt creeps in, do not fight it alone. Bring it to me. Lay it bare in the quiet chambers of your heart. My love does not recoil at your brokenness, but draws you closer, healing the fractures with tenderness and truth. Let this be your refuge, immersed in my presence, your spirit's sanctuary, where fear cannot enter. When you feel small and powerless, remember you are cradled in the palms of the Creator, whose strength is made perfect in weakness. This paradox is your hope. Your weaknesses invite my strength to shine. I invite you to surrender your anxious heart to me fully. Surrender is not defeat, but a victorious release. A sacred exchange where you lay down burdens and take up peace. Trust is the bridge between what you see and what I'm doing behind the veil, weaving a tapestry of grace in your life. When your mind races with what-ifs, anchor yourself to the truth. I am orchestrating every moment, even those you cannot understand now. The silence you perceive is my sacred pause to prepare you for the joy ahead. Let your heart be still enough to hear my whisper. In quiet moments, my love speaks louder than the clamor of your fears. Close your eyes and imagine a gentle river flowing through the chaos. Its waters clear, cool, and steady. This river is my peace, carrying you safely to the shore of confidence and calm. Drink deeply from it, for it nourishes the soul that thirsts for reassurance. Do not be afraid to lean into my embrace. where you are cherished beyond measure. Fear and anxiety urge you to control, to grasp at certainty, like a frail reed in the wind. Yet, child, my strength is perfected in your surrender. Release your tight grip on outcomes and rest in the unshakable truth that I am governing all. Like the mother eagle who carries her young on soaring wings above the storm, I lift you high, far from the reach of fear's claws. There, amidst the heavens, you find clarity and the courage to face each day anew. If your heart is stirring with the desire for peace, reach for it now. Invite me into the chambers where fear lurks and let my light flood every corner. I do not promise an absence of troubles, but I promise to be your refuge inside the storm, your peace that surpasses understanding. Breathe in this assurance. Let every anxious thought be like a leaf carried away on the river of my love. You are not defined by your fears, nor are you captive to your anxieties. You are my beloved, created with purpose, held with power, and called into a destiny only you can fulfill. I have placed within you a spirit that can rise beyond the noise, soar above the doubts, and rest in confidence, born not of this world, but from my eternal presence. Embrace this truth and find your strength in me. Will you believe me this time, beloved? Risk laying down the fears that have bound you and step into the peace that awaits. The journey is not easy, but you are not alone. I walk beside you, guiding each step with gentle love and unshakable faithfulness. Take your fears by the hand, and together we will tread the path toward the light of hope and the joy of trust. Do not turn away from this moment of invitation. Let my voice quiet the storms within. Lean into me, your refuge, your deliverer, your peace. I hold you close, and my love will sustain you through all that lies ahead. Let this truth settle in you and become the foundation upon which you stand unshaken. My dear, there are moments when the weight of feeling lost, abandoned, or unseen presses so heavily upon your spirit that it threatens to consume the very light within you. I know this burden intimately, for I have witnessed how it can shroud your heart in shadows so dense you question if my presence even lingers near. But I am closer than your breath, nearer than the pulse beneath your skin. When you wander in the wilderness of loneliness, when silence stretches vast and merciless all around, I am the constant whisper of hope, the unshakable presence that refuses to let you go. You wonder if anyone truly sees your pain, if anyone recognizes the depths of your struggle. Perhaps the faces around you are blank or hurried, and the arms that once held you tight now seem distant or unable to understand. This aching solitude can feel like exile, a removal from belonging, as if you were cast beyond the boundaries of love and acceptance. But, my dear child, I tell you solemnly, there is no place you could hide from me, no corner so remote where my eyes are not fixed upon you. I see the tears fallen in secret, the silent prayers whispered in darkened rooms, the trembling hands that ache for comfort. I see it all, and my heart breaks with yours. The feeling of abandonment wounds deeply. It questions your worth, stirring voices of doubt and despair saying, I am not enough, I am unworthy, I do not matter. But beloved, your worth is not measured by human recognition or the flickering attention of the world. Your value is etched into eternity by my loving hands, declared by my unchanging covenant of grace. You are infinitely precious, a cherished treasure crafted with purpose and profound care. When you feel unseen, remember that my eyes trace every contour of your being, capturing your essence in a divine portrait of love. Let this truth settle in you before the lies of loneliness distort your vision any further. In those seasons when loss or neglect scream louder than hope, when abandonment threatens to silence your soul's song, I'm the steadfast refuge for your weary heart. I surround you with a shelter of unseen angels. I'm the hand that steadies you when you falter. I'm the gentle voice that beckons you beyond the darkness to a place of peace. This is not a promise made lightly. My presence is a fortress, a sanctuary no human circumstance can breach. Even when others withdraw, I remain still present, endlessly patient, holding you close with a love that never tires. You do not walk alone. The path you tread, though strewn with thorns of rejection or neglect, lies fully within my gaze. I have counted every step before you even began. I have ordained the journey's length and marked the milestones unseen by human eyes. Trust that the feeling of abandonment is not my final word. In time, you will perceive my hand weaving a tapestry where every thread of solitude transforms into connection, every tear into joy, every moment of darkness into radiant light. This does not diminish your pain, but it promises that your story is far from over. I am writing it with eternal ink that no eraser can erase. If your heart is stirring amidst this heaviness, do not turn away from me in frustration or despair. Reach out even when your voice is trembling or broken. Your loneliness is not a sentence, but a season that I will redeem. Allow me to carry you through it. Lean into the truth of my abiding presence. Feel my spirit wrap around your spirit with tenderness stronger than any earthly embrace. Even when you falter in faith or wonder if I truly see, I remain steadfast, inviting you to come deeper into my shelter. I am longing to restore the broken place inside you where abandonment has taken root. I will fill those empty spaces with my glory, light them with my presence, and nurture them with my unfailing love. The scars you bear from feeling unseen or unloved will not define you. They will become marks of my mercy and proof of my work of restoration within you. Stand firm, my child, against the lies that whisper isolation and rejection. Cling tightly to that promise that you are held, wholly known and eternally cherished. Speak to me whenever your heart trembles under the weight of these feelings. I yearn to hear your voice, to respond with comfort and clarity. Know that your existence radiates significance in my kingdom. You were never abandoned, even when shadows told you otherwise. The broken pieces of your longing are precious to me, and I am crafting a masterpiece of belonging from them. Will you lean into me now? Will you allow me to be the eyes that truly see, the heart that fully understands, and the hands that faithfully uphold you? Trust in my presence to dispel the darkness of feeling unseen. Let me heal what loneliness has fractured. Draw near to me and find refuge in this truth. You are never forsaken. Your value shines brightly in my sight, and your place is secure in my everlasting embrace. Let this truth become your anchor through every season of solitude and every whisper of doubt. I'm with you always, even until the end of time. Your story is woven within my love, and no feeling of being lost or abandoned can erase that. Hold on to this reality, beloved. It is not a fleeting comfort, but an eternal bond. When your heart feels hidden or neglected, know that you are forever visible in my sight, forever close in my presence. If your soul is stirring, if your spirit aches for reassurance, come to me without hesitation. I am here, always waiting, always loving, always ready to reveal to you the fullness of my care. This is my promise, my gift, my unending devotion to you. My beloved, as we arrive at the heart of this sacred conversation, I want to enfold you once more in the immensity of my love, an ocean without edges, a warmth that neither time nor circumstance can diminish. You have journeyed through valleys shadowed by doubt, climbed heights where faith felt thin and airless, and walked through moments of silence that felt like abandonment. Yet here you stand, not by your own might, but cradled in the vastness of who I am, a presence unshakable and unfailing. Remember, my child, that your identity is not a fragile construct built on accomplishments, approval, or even your own understanding. It is rooted deeply in my unchanging nature. You are mine, crafted with intention, called with purpose, beloved beyond measure. You are the daughter or son of the Most High, marked forever by my breath that formed you from dust, and my spirit that ignites life in your veins. Nothing, no trial, no fear, no shadow, cast by your own mistakes, can erase the truth of your belonging to me. I know the burdens you carry, the scars hidden inside you, the restless questions that wake you in the night. I see the thoughts that threaten to drown you, the wounds that still bleed unseen. And I am here, not as a distant judge, but as the healer who knows every broken place intimately. I come to restore, to renew, to set you free from chains that have felt endless. There is no sorrow so deep that my grace cannot reach, no night so dark that my light cannot penetrate. I am with you always, closer than breath, more faithful than the rising sun. In your moments of doubt, when shadowed fears whisper lies about your worth, turn your eyes to me. Let my truth wash over your weary heart like a river that never runs dry. You are more than your failures. You are a living testimony of my redemptive love. You are the echo of my promise that nothing is impossible when we walk together. Trust this, even when the road before you seems blurred or daunting. Trust that my plans for you are woven with hope and a future designed for blessings. I am not finished with you yet, beloved, not by a long shot. There is a purpose in every stumble and a destiny awaiting you beyond the valley. I am the potter, and you are the clay, malleable, precious, and infinitely loved. When the fires of life press upon you, know that they do not destroy but refine, shaping you into a vessel of enduring beauty and strength. Your story, uniquely yours, is written with my hand, and it will echo in eternity. Do not cling to shame or let guilt weigh down your spirit any longer. Those burdens were nailed to the cross, conquered by my sacrifice and resurrection. Embrace the freedom I offer freely and walk forward boldly into the destiny I prepared for you before the foundation of the world. You are forgiven, you are cherished, and you are called to shine my light in dark places that desperately need hope. My dear, rest in this truth. You belong to me. Your identity is unshakable because it rests in my unchanging heart. Wherever you are, whatever storms rage around you, I am the anchor holding you firm. You do not walk alone. My spirit will guide, comfort, and strengthen you every step of the way. Now, will you receive this truth into your deepest being? Will you let it transform the doubts that have clung to you and awaken the boldness spirit within? Stand with me, confident in who you are, my beloved, deeply treasured, eternally chosen. If your heart is ready to embrace this fullness of love and identity, carry it with you boldly. Let it be your song, your refuge, your armor. When the world tries to whisper lies, remember who you belong to. When fear presses in, feel my hand upon you, steady and sure. And when this message stirs something in your soul, when it breathes life where there was weariness, I invite you to share it with others who may need to hear these words. Save it close, return to it often, and let it remind you of the unbreakable bond between you and me. This conversation is a gift, a seed planted deep in your spirit. Nurture it with faith, and watch how your life blooms with purpose and peace. You are forever mine, beloved beyond all measure. Walk boldly in that truth. Amen.
That's fine. Now it's at 1%, man. That's good right there. Just, yeah, leave it alone. Can I get my stylus turn out the light?
My beloved, come near and listen with the quiet stillness of your heart. There's a love that neither time nor tide can erode, a love woven deeply into the very fabric of your soul, one that has been with you from the breath of your first morning, through every shadowed valley, and beyond the fullest heights of your joy. This love is not fleeting like the passing breeze that stirs the leaves for a moment, then fades into silence. It is an unyielding flame that burns ever bright, illuminating the corners where fear and loneliness whisper doubts into your heart. I see within you the struggle, the wrestling of your spirit between hope and desolation, yearning and despair. You may wonder if anyone truly remains when you're stripped bare of pretense, when the world's applause dwindles to silence, when your own heart feels a barren wilderness. Hear me now, for I am the voice that does not waver. My love is not conditional upon your achievements or failures, not dependent on your popularity or your worth as the world measures it. I am love that never leaves, love that never turns away, love that enfolds your imperfections and still calls you my cherished one. I know your heart aches from the wounds you hide, the nights when tears fell unseen, the moments when you believed yourself utterly alone. But those very moments were held by my presence. I have been your silent companion when all seemed lost, your steady hand reaching through confusion and pain. The expanses of your life where you felt abandoned were arenas where my love moved unseen, shaping a refuge for you when you could not yet see it. You ask silently, why does it feel so hard to believe this love is real? Why does my heart sometimes feel the weight of solitude despite the promises I have heard? My dear child, it is because love as enduring as mine does not always shout across the mountaintops, but whispers in the stillness. It waits with infinite patience for your heart to soften and receive it. When the storms rage, I do not flee. I am the anchor resting deep beneath the waves, unseen, but steadfast. It is not your struggle that distances you from me, but the lies you have believed that whisper you are unworthy, unlovable, or forgotten. This love I offer is an invitation to rest, not a demand to perform. Come as you are, with your scars, your questions, your doubts. I love you through every season, through every triumph and trial. There is no force in the universe greater than the commitment of my heart toward you. No brokenness that can dissolve my desire to be with you. Let this truth settle in you as deeply as the roots of the mightiest tree, unshakable even when the winds howl fiercest. You are not walking a path of emptiness, but a journey held securely in the palm of my hand. I see beyond your tears to the radiant light I have placed within you, a light that even the darkest nights cannot extinguish. I call you my beloved, my treasured child, my creation made in love and for love. This love that never leaves is a song written for you before the stars were named, a melody that does not end, but plays forever in the chambers of your soul. Feel my presence as a gentle, unwavering pulse beneath the noise of your fears. Hear the quiet echo of my promise. I am with you always. Even in moments when my voice seems distant, I am near, orchestrating the details of your life with tender care. You are never out of reach or forgotten in the tapestry of my grace. My dear, open your eyes to see not only the fragile, fleeting human love around you, but my eternal embrace that will never loosen its hold. Let your heart lean into this love that never leaves. Receive the peace born, not of circumstance, but anchored in my unfailing commitment. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away from it. Embrace this love as your constant companion, your shelter in the storm, your home. I am here. I have always been here. As sure as the dawn breaks the night, My love is beginning again within you. Walk with me in this truth, and you will find strength beyond measure, courage reborn, and a joy that no sorrow can steal. My beloved, this is the beginning of a sacred journey, a journey together, hand in hand, heart to heart. Will you step forward with me now, trusting in the love that never ever leaves? Let this be the moment you believe it anew. My dear child, I see the silent struggles that weigh heavily upon your heart, the shadows that creep in when you believe no one notices, especially when you feel unseen by me. It pains me deeply to witness you carrying burdens that were never meant for your shoulders alone. I am not distant. I'm closer than your very breath, even when your soul aches with loneliness. The weight of your wounds, the sting of perceived abandonment, and the gnawing whisper of doubt are not overlooked in my eyes. Every tear that falls is precious to me. Every sigh echoes through my eternal chambers. There is a place within you, carved by my own hand, that longs to be filled with my peace and restoration. The wounds you carry, whether fresh or long buried, are not signs of your failure but invitations to come closer, to taste the healing that flows from my presence. Do not rush past the pain or bury it beneath the pretense of strength. Instead, bring it to me. I'm not afraid of your brokenness. I'm the one who said, "You need not fear the shadows in the valley, for I walk there with you." My patience stretches beyond human understanding, embracing your moments of doubt and your nights of despair. Though the anguish seems endless, my loving kindness is more enduring still. Child, do not mistake my silence for indifference. There are divine rhythms in my timing that you cannot yet grasp. In the stillness, I am weaving threads of restoration you cannot yet see. Like a master potter tenderly shaping clay, I am molding your heart into something more beautiful than you imagine. The cracks and fissures do not diminish your value. They reveal places where my light can shine through most brightly. I invite you to surrender your need for immediate answers and step into the quiet confidence that I am at work in every hidden corner of your life. Do not carry shame for the struggles defining the season. Shame breeds isolation. But my love calls you into community with me and with others. Lay down every accusation and condemnation you have absorbed. Let my forgiveness flood every crevice of your being, washing clean what you believed too heavy to carry. Forgiveness is not evidence of weakness. It is the sunrise breaking through the darkest night. It is the promise that you are not bound by your past mistakes or failures. My grace is a river that never runs dry, flowing freely to cleanse, restore, and renew your spirit. The distance you feel is a veil, a mist over your vision that I will lift in my perfect time. Until then, rest in the certainty that I have never left you. I am anchoring you in strength when your own feels depleted. I am your refuge when the storms of life roar around you. My voice may be gentle, sometimes barely a whisper in the chaos, but it is unwavering and sure. Trust me to guide you through this wilderness of confusion and fear. I am your steadfast companion, ever present and eager to lead you home to peace. Child, do not be afraid to admit your need for me anew. Vulnerability is a gateway to transformation. When you feel the trembling of your soul exposed, remember that I hold you with hands that created all things. Lean into me with honesty, pour out your heart without reservation, and receive the fresh comfort only I can give. I am the healer whose compassion never falters, whose patience stretches through all your seasons. Let this be the moment you stop striving in your own strength and begin resting deeply in my embrace. I'm calling you to lay down your defenses, to stop wrestling alone with pain that I'm ready to carry with you. When your spirit feels weary and faint, come to me. I will renew your strength like eagles soaring on the wind currents. Allow my peace, which passes all understanding, to guard your heart and mind. This peace is a shield against the darts of despair and the whispers of inadequacy. Let it settle in you now, deeper than doubt, stronger than fear. Remember, beloved, you were never crafted for isolation. You are a treasured child of my heart, woven into a tapestry of divine purpose and endless love. The loneliness you feel is a false witness to your true condition. Though sometimes hidden, you are always held securely in the palm of my hand. No matter how dark the night seems, I am there, a constant light burning in the depths of your soul. Let this truth strengthen you. Will you lean into my presence, allowing me to be your shelter and solace in this moment? If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Bring every fragment of doubt, every pang of fear, and every ache of loneliness into the fullness of my love. I am here, unwavering and tender, waiting to heal what only I can restore. Trust the process unfolding within your spirit. I am patient, not because I am distant, but because I am persistent in my love for you. Allow me to lead you gently from the shadows into the brilliant dawn of my peace. My dear child, I know the weight that presses upon your heart, the ache of doubt, the creeping anxiety that whispers in the quiet hours, telling you stories of unworthiness and fear. This silent battle within you may feel like a tempest raging without end, a storm that tosses your spirit like fragile leaves caught in a fierce wind. I see this turmoil, every trembling thought, every anxious pulse, and I am ever near to steady you. This moment of unrest is not the end of your story. It is a passage through the wilderness, a sacred space where your faith is tested, stretched, and deepened beyond what you could imagine. When fear tries to cage your soul, do not forget that I am the unshakable refuge, the towering rock that stands firm even when all else crumbles. Let your spirit lean into me, surrender to the stillness beneath the chaos, and know that I'm watching over you with unwavering love. My beloved, you may sometimes wonder why this anxiety haunts you, why the shadows gather even when the dawn seems so close. These feelings are not your captors, but signposts directing you toward a deeper trust, a faith that surpasses what the eyes can see or the heart can grasp. Each trembling heartbeat is a call to draw closer into my embrace, to relinquish control and rest in the assurance that I hold all things, even your fears, in my hands. There are many moments when the future is obscured by clouds of uncertainty and the enemy of doubt whispers lies about your ability to endure. But I have fashioned you with strength woven into your very being. Like a mighty oak with roots digging deep into fertile soil, your spirit is anchored in my eternal presence. Allow yourself to be nourished by the living water I provide, for in this sustenance, your soul will find peace even when turmoil storms around you. Remember, my child, that healing often begins with the courage to face your deepest fears. Do not shy away from the feelings that unsettle you, but bring them to me honestly and without reservation. The path to freedom is paved with truth spoken in the quiet between us. Tell me your anxieties, your doubts, your trembling hopes, and I will breathe life into them, turning fear into faith, trembling into trust. In the sacred silence where fear seeks to dominate, hear my voice, a gentle whisper that speaks of hope and peace. I am the divine calm that surpasses human understanding, the light that penetrates even the darkest shadow. When anxiety threatens to overwhelm, call upon me and I will steady your heart like a skilled hand on the rudder of a restless ship. You do not navigate these waters alone. My presence is a beacon guiding your way. My dear one, you're not defined by your moments of frailty, but by my relentless grace. Every anxious thought you wrestle with is met with my immeasurable patience and boundless compassion. I'm a father, who waits with open arms, ready to catch you when you falter, ready to carry you through every moment of doubt or distress. Let this truth settle in your heart, replacing every echo of fear with the steady assurance of my love. It is okay to admit when you are overwhelmed. Vulnerability is not a weakness, but a sacred doorway to my strength. When you feel like you are drowning in the sea of worry, reach out your hand toward me. I will lift you to the shore, where peace like a river flows, where your soul can breathe freely again. Trust in my timing, even when it feels like the wait is long. My plans for you are always woven with purpose and perfect love. Do not carry your burden in secret. Share your heart with me and with those I have placed around you as pillars of support. Community is a reflection of my kingdom on earth, a tapestry of love where healing begins and faith is renewed. Open your heart to those who can pray alongside you, who can encourage you when the night feels endless. Together you will find strength, and I will multiply your courage. My child, the journey you travel through fear and anxiety is also a journey toward deeper intimacy with me. I am not distant or indifferent. I am the very breath within you, the pulse that quickens hope in your soul. Walk this path with me, and you will discover that even in your weakest moments, you're held by hands that will never let go. Embrace this divine presence and allow your heart to be still before me. Will you trust me in this season of waiting and uncertainty? Will you surrender your anxious thoughts and let them fall like autumn leaves, making space for new life to sprout within you? You are more than your fear, more than your doubts. Beloved, you are mine, crafted from love, breathed into being for a purpose that no shadow can dim. Lean into this truth and find refuge in my everlasting care. Beloved, in the quiet shadows where the turmoil of your mind casts doubt and fear, I am there, closer than your very breath, holding you in the stillness before dawn. When anxiety encircles you like a tempest, threatening to uproot the fragile tenderness of your heart, remember that the storm does not come unbidden by my hand, nor beyond my sovereign will. It is woven into the fabric of the journey that leads you deeper into my embrace, a refining fire that purifies the gold that lies beneath your fears. The roaring winds of uncertainty may howl, but I, the everlasting anchor, steady you with unfailing love. You see, child, fear is an uninvited guest that seeks to distract, to unsettle your soul's gaze away from me and toward the chaos that surrounds. Yet I am the light that no darkness can extinguish, the fortress you can enter at every trembling moment. When your heart races in shadows of doubt, do not recoil in shame, for I have not abandoned you. Rather, I am drawing you nearer, inviting you to lean not on your own understanding, but to rest upon the truth of my unwavering presence. Even when the night seems endless, I am composing a dawn only you will witness, a revelation of my faithfulness through the veil of your trials. In your deepest anxieties, I whisper courage to your spirit. I am the voice in the wilderness, the calm amid the storm, the peace that passes all comprehension woven into your very breath. Release your grip on worry, for it was never meant to be your burden alone. Lift your trembling hands to me, the healer of your restless heart, and breathe deeply of my peace that is not fragile, but everlasting. The tempest may rage, but I craft within you a refuge no storm can overcome. Know that this place of refuge is built not on the shifting sands of circumstance, but on the rock-solid foundation of my love and sovereignty. Child, will you allow your heart to be still and know that I am God, not just in the heavens, distant and aloof, but personal, present, a father who cradles you in his arms when terror strikes. I am a shelter in the storm, the calm eye in the whirlwind of your fears. Trust, is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to walk through it with me by your side. Let this truth settle in you. Surrender your doubt, your trembling, your questions. Exchange them for the peace I freely give.